Hello, everybody. Welcome back. And thank you for joining me on this wonderful Tuesday. Let me just get myself set up here. I don't know why, but the lighting's a bit strange today. Maybe I should just turn this off. And now I just look bright. My face. Anyway, just talking to myself. Hello! And welcome everybody to today's Oxford Online English stream with me, Carrie. Hello, hello everybody. So, first of all, a special welcome, a special warm welcome to Almost Really Happened. It's great to see your name back in chat today. Hello, Lucia Mosca. Hello, Nipa. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Reni Costa from Brazil. Good morning to you over there. What's the weather like in Brazil at the moment? Aria, today I wrote a book review and I asked AI to check the mistakes. Then I asked it to improve it. The result was that I needed today's lesson so badly. Well, congratulations for writing a book review, Aria. That's really cool. Hello, Daisy. Hello, Julia. Hello, Lollipop Strawberry. Long time no see. Hello, Romelia. Thank you for joining me again today. Hello, Mina. How are you? Hello, Sojod. Hello, David or David. Hello, Tulu. Hello, Nassin. Hello, Marie. Hello, Ralista. Hello, Carolina. Hello, Antonio Carlos. Hello, Manuel. Welcome. How are you doing? Hello, Sama. Hello, Haifa. Hello, Pulak. Romelia, the weather here is pretty awful. We had a flood warning on Sunday. I mean, the weather has been awful today. There are clear skies. I think everything's getting back to normal, but the last few days has been quite scary. So yeah, lots and lots of rain, lots of storms, lots of flooding, but it seems to be clearing up quite nicely now. Hello, Lucas and Sam. Oh, I miss you, Lucas. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying school. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Shalene. We have a lot of new names in chat today, so thank you for saying hello. If you would like to introduce yourselves, please feel free. Manuel, please don't forget the like, of course. Hello, Nanda from Brazil. Hello, hello, everybody. So, yes, in case you didn't know, which most of you do know, I am live every other Tuesday. The timings keep changing, so I'm here on a Tuesday, 2 weeks on, 1 week off. What time? I'm not sure. Every week is different because my schedule keeps changing, but I will always try and let you know in advance. So yes. So today we are going to move on to writing skills and techniques part 2. So 2 weeks ago, we did writing and skills and techniques part 1. So today I'm going to give you a quiz related to what we learned last time. So I hope that you remember. I hope that you were paying attention. And let's see who can remember what we learnt last time. Then we're going to look at more skills and techniques that we can implement into your English language journey. We have some extra practice activities from last week. And there are going to be like a couple of exam preparation activities. It's more like writing exercises to practice, okay? So again, as I showed you last week, I have done a number of streams already on writing skills and techniques that go into more detail, specifically on essays, articles, and reports if you are preparing for an exam. So if you are an Oxford Online English member, you can always go back and click those links. Remember that the lesson materials will be available at the end of the class. So let's jump right in. So we are going to start today's class off with a quiz, like I said. So a quiz from part 1, what do you remember? So all of these questions are going to be based on last week's class. Oh, almost really happened. I am not taking any online classes with Oxford Online English at the moment, just because I am busy trying to what am I trying to do? I'm trying to organize my life, almost really happened, really, with some projects that I have. I don't know how I can get back to you on that. Sorry, my husband to be is now in the kitchen about to make lots of noise. So, okay, almost really happened. Let me think about that. Maybe I could open up a few slots for you. When is your exam? Anyway, so a quiz from last week. Oh, I don't like that my head is hanging over this hook. Okay. So, the first question, question number 1. What is the meaning of introduction hook? What does that mean? I'm going to give you some options. You just need to write in the chat box the correct letter. A. Is it a type of punctuation that students should use at the start of their writing? B. A word or short phrase used to introduce the topic of the writing. C. Something Carrie made up that has no meaning and doesn't make any sense. Or D. Something that grabs the attention of the reader, like an interesting quote or rhetorical question. Carrie, that means he's cooking food for you, so you're lucky. Yes, but, you know, timing is everything, Daisy Lee, right? He could have done this earlier, but never mind. Thank you, Manuel. Okay, seeing lots of D's in chat. Nipa, Mina, Aria, Mina, Julia, Renit. I don't know how to say your name. Echem. Lucas and Sam. Hello, Lollipop Strawberry. Welcome. Sama, Shalene, Gufran, Kimmy, and Irina. Well done. The correct answer is D, of course. So remember last week we were talking about how to write a really good introduction hook and what an introduction hook could look like. So your next exercise is not a quiz, but you are going to write your own introduction hook for an article for an international English magazine. So you are going to write the introduction hook, so it's a sentence, maybe 2, but give me your best introduction hook on the topic of your favorite cuisine. Okay, so I'm going to give you some time now. Think of a quote, think of a rhetorical question. think of an anecdote that you could use in an introduction hook on the topic of your favorite cuisine. So imagine that you are writing an article for an international English magazine based on your favorite cuisine. Then you can write an introduction to this, not the whole introduction, just maybe the first sentence or two. And you should write an introduction hook. Oh, Manuel, that's nice. I would say, have you ever been to heaven while you are eating? Question mark. That's a very good one, Manuel. Very good. Valdemir, mooncake is tasty to the moon? Mooncake is tasty to the moon. You could say mooncake is so tasty, or mooncake is tastier than I don't know. To the moon and back. I love mooncake. It's so tasty to the moon and back. I can't really put that into a sentence, but I know what you mean. Hello, Min. Welcome. Oh, we have some more. Yasin. What get on well with some spicy salgum in the cold weather of Eastern Turkey? Kebab. Mmm, sounds delicious. Romelia, embark on a culinary journey as we explore the tantalizing flavors and unforgettable experiences of my favorite cuisine. Beautiful, Romelia. Well done. Daisy, imagine listening to the sound of sizzling fried food combined with the aromatic scent of herbs. Welcome to Vietnamese cuisine. Daisy Lee, my mouth is watering. Julia, let me introduce mouth-watering, scrumptious, delicious food that gives you the feeling of on top of the world. Amazing, Julia. Maybe I would put feeling after on top of the world. Let me introduce mouth-watering, scrumptious, delicious food that gives you an on top of the world feeling, perhaps. Well done. Pulak, take the hilly taste in the crowded city. What do you mean by hilly, Pulak? Lollipop strawberry. Mango cocktail. Please to the beach, little birds. Android birds flying and making noise. Mango cocktail? At the beach? The real heaven is to try a variety of cuisines. I would agree. Hello, hello, hello. Fantastic, everybody. Well done. I love this. I feel like my setup today is a bit strange. I think I'm going to ditch the stand because I just don't feel very comfortable. I am in a bit of a weird mood today, but what's new? Right, we're switching things up. Here, have a view of my sofa. There we go. Okay, now I'm a bit further down, but I don't care. It's more comfortable. Okay. There we go. I feel more human. Savory, tasty food that makes you forget what is stressing you. A slice of pizza is enough to take my stress away. Absolutely. Love pizza. Right. Question number 2. What is the meaning of essay statement? Is it A, a concrete, concise sentence at the end of the introduction which states the main argument or purpose of the text? B, a formal greeting to the reader to thank them for their time? C, a statement used in the introduction to say your point of view? Or D, an idiom or expression used to attract the reader's attention with humor? A, B, C, or D? Okay, so we have a mixture of answers. I think that could be because not many of the people who answered were here on in the last stream. So, an essay. What is an essay? An essay is a formal piece of academic writing, usually used to research, discuss, argue, put forward different arguments based on a topic. Okay, so an essay is a formal piece of writing. Okay, so Luthia, Julia, Daisy, Mina, Haifa, Rennet, Lawyer Call, you are all correct. The correct answer is A. Pallavi. Hello, Carrie ma'am. Today is Teachers' Day in India, so happy Teachers' Day to you. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, that's so lovely. I didn't know that. I should celebrate. Happy Teachers' Day. I love that. Yes, so the correct answer is A. An essay statement is usually a sentence somewhere in the introduction, but most people put the sentence at the end to finish the introduction and then move on to their first argument or first point. And it basically gives us a concrete idea of what is going to be discussed in the essay. So, for example, if the essay was based on the benefits of reducing high sugar diets, then the introduction, there would be a sentence at the end of the introduction that clearly states that the purpose of the essay is to discuss that topic of low sugar diets. Okay, so that is an essay statement. So you know what you have to do now. You are going to imagine that you are writing an essay for your university lecturer. And this is actually an IELTS essay question. So those of you who are preparing to take the IELTS exam, this would be a good idea for you to draft and write an essay statement based on the following topic. What are the advantages and disadvantages of online education compared to traditional classroom learning? And there is a rule, because I have already said the purpose of this You are not allowed to write the purpose of this because I've already told you. You have to think of another way. Okay? So give me your best essay statement on the topic of the advantages and disadvantages of online education compared to traditional learning. Oh, it's okay, Nipa, don't worry. We're still here. What do we think? What can we write in our essay statement to introduce the topic, get good marks, use some interesting vocabulary and structures? What could you write? Okay, Valdemir, that could be an advantage. But in the introduction, we don't really talk about the advantages and disadvantages. In the introduction, we are just introducing the topic of the essay. Okay, so that could be a good advantage to put in the following paragraphs. However, the essay statement is just at the beginning. Okay, does anybody have any ideas that they would like to share? Again, oh, okay, so Yasin has included his opinion in his statement. While there are many benefits and disadvantages when comparing remote and traditional education, the most effective learning method still seems to be the latter. Okay, Yasin, that could be a very good conclusion, you know? That could be a very, very good conclusion. I like that you have used synonyms rather than copying the words in the question. So instead of using online education, you used remote location. And instead of using traditional classroom, you've done traditional education. That's great. I love that. Okay. Let me introduce the controversial topic about the pros and cons of two methods, traditional classrooms and online education. Well done, Manuel. That's really good. Shirley, for the purpose of an essay, it's talk about advantages and disadvantages of online education and traditional education. Okay. I would say the purpose of this essay is to discuss, Shirley, okay? The purpose of this essay is to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of online education and traditional education. Almost really happened. Online learning, autonomy, and self-study, key of future education. It's not really an essay statement, almost really happened, because a statement would have to be like a complete sentence, but it does, give the idea, like that could be a good starting point. It gives a good idea of what you could say. You could say, like, in the following essay, in the following essay, the following essay will introduce ideas to argue for and against online learning and on an autonomous self-study learning experience, which is believed to be the key of future education, for example. Okay. Treat an advantage is that it's convenient for learning everywhere. A disadvantage is difficulty and self-discipline. Absolutely. But again, that would be in the main body of the essay, not the introduction. Julia, the pros and cons of online education will be saved in many ways in terms of transport, cost, and time. Absolutely. Again, Julia, maybe that would be in the body, not in the beginning, not in the intro. Okay, Lawyer Cool, online education is fantastic because this education we can enjoy classes like this. Well, I have to agree with you there, Lawyer Cool. Manuel, lastly, teaching methods have been on the spotlight. So in my essay is focused on researches made by myself and later a conclusion. Okay. Manuel. Daisy, being able to learn at your own pace and review the lessons are advantages, while being distracted by social media and lack of motivation are disadvantages. Amazing, Daisy Lee. Well done. Romelia. The aim of this essay is to ponder both the benefits and the shortcomings of virtual learning over traditional learning. Excellent. Again, the aim of this essay is to ... Great. Well done. Lucia. Many people think online education and traditional classroom learning. I've lost it. Not my mind. I lost the message. Many people think online education and traditional classroom learning are very different. Both of them have advantages and disadvantages that can be discussed and analysed. Excellent. Julia, the cons of online education will be the time constraints and less insightful. Great. Almost Really Happened. We will discuss why online learning is key for future education because of the autonomy and self-study it requires for the student. Much better. Almost Really Happened. Well done. Apsara, the merits of online education is that it is time-saving and convenient to attend in any kind of situation. Additionally, we can multitask at the same time. That would be a good body paragraph. Carrie, let me tell you, I have copyrights in my writing. I promise you, Manuel, I will not steal your work. I promise. This essay is meant to discuss the ups and downs of two different learning methods, traditional face-to-face and online learning. Yes, Yasin, it's a little bit informal using phrases such as ups and downs, but yeah, I get the gist. What are we doing now? What am I doing now? What are you doing now? The advantage of online education is we can grab knowledge for every part of this world. Okay, great. So a lot of mixed answers. Okay, just remember that the essay statement is in the introduction, the last sentence before your second paragraph. And the introduction is solely there to inform the reader what the essay is going to be about. Okay, so let's move on. Question number 3. What is the meaning of dive head first? A pose used in martial arts to attack your opponent with your head. B, to act impulsively without thinking about potential consequences. C, to dive into water, hitting the surface with your head first. Or D, an underwater excursion where you can experience special species like the head-first sharks. A, B, C, or D? Manuel, that's actually a very good point, you know. Listening to podcasts while you do other things is one of my favorite pastimes. I don't really have much time to do that nowadays, but I would agree. I wonder if people do that with my streams. Just put me on in the background. Well, I know Daisy Lee does it sometimes when she's preparing her lunch or dinner. Okay, what's the answer? A, B, C, or D? Martial arts. Right. Daisy likes A. Me too. Julia B. Yasin B. Mina B. Daisy B. Lucia B. Ruchi B. Valdemir B. Marie B. Ilham B. Jeff B. Tayo B. Hafia B. Jeff. Literally, it is A. Elena B. Jeff B. Okay. Jajuli chooses A. We have a couple of A's in chat. Magdalene can't see the possible answers. Why not? They're on the screen, A, B, C, D. Daisy, it's okay, don't worry. As long as you're like here with us. That's all that I care about. Well done, everybody. Oh, and yeah, I gave you a trick question. Sorry. The correct answer is B and C. So you can use dive head first with its literal meaning. Yes, Jeff, well done. So its literal meaning is C, to dive into water, hitting the surface with your head first. That was supposed to be two separate words, not one. I think Google must have changed it. But we can use it as a metaphor, which is what we did in the last stream, which means to act impulsively without thinking about potential consequences. So you can use it for a literal meaning, or you can also use it as a metaphor to describe doing something very spontaneously, impulsively, without thinking of what could happen. Now, can anybody remember what the next vocabulary phrase is? Hint, hint. Can anybody remember? Again, I do apologize if you can hear all of this background noise that's happening. Yay! Daisy Lee got it. So, what is the meaning of as fresh as a daisy? A special viewer of Oxford Online English called Daisy, who always looks beautiful and fresh. B, to shower with a flowery, fragranced shower gel. C, to be very well, healthy, and full of energy, ready to take on the day. Or D, to pick daisies in the garden and give them to a friend or family member. What is the correct answer? to be as fresh as a daisy. Yay! Everybody's got it right. Well done. So the correct answer is C, to be very well, healthy, and full of energy, ready to take on the day. An excellent expression to use in your informal writing, okay? And also if you have the opportunity to use it in a speaking exam or use it with friends, with family, it's one of my favorite phrases. Yes, exactly, Julia. Yes. Well done, everybody. So now I'm going to give you a very difficult task. So I want you to, again, practice your writing techniques. The task this time is going to be an informal message, an email, or an article. I would like you to combine dive headfirst and as fresh as a daisy into a sentence. But this time you can choose your own topic. Okay, so imagine that you are writing a text message, a WhatsApp message, an email, or that you're writing an article. Okay, it can be informal and you can choose any topic you want. If you're looking to write something related to an exam, go ahead, choose a popular topic from that exam. And I want you to try and just come up with a random sentence based on that topic, but use dive headfirst and as fresh as a daisy into the sentence. So this one's a little bit more complicated. Now, Summer, I would definitely recommend writing in first person, maybe third person if you're thinking about writing a story, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would definitely use first person when you use the expression as fresh as a daisy. I suppose you could say that somebody looks as fresh as a daisy, but not that they are, because you don't really know how they are or how they really feel. Okay? So, for example, today I feel as fresh as a daisy. Okay? Now it's a little bit complicated. You're going to have to think about it, which is a very good technique to practice. Think about what you're going to write. Don't just write down the first thing that you think of. Okay? Okay? Think about it first. Okay, Romelia. Interesting, but I'm a little bit like, should we change? Because if you feel as fresh as a daisy, then maybe you should dive into a strenuous workout because you feel good enough to do it. Okay, yeah. So maybe take out the negative context from the second part and turn it into providing that you feel as fresh as a daisy today. Why don't you dive headfirst into a strenuous workout to reap the benefits of your great mood, for example? That'd be great. Imagine writing an article an article about health and exercise, if you wrote that and you spoke directly to the reader, that would be great, Romelia. Really good. Well done. Jeff, she decided. Even if you feel. Okay. So providing that is almost the same as long as you. Okay. But yeah, even if you feel fresh as a daisy, so you're saying like, even if you do feel really, really good, like maybe don't dive into such a strenuous workout. Yeah, agreed. Good. Jeff Shen, she decided to dive headfirst into her new teaching role, approaching it with enthusiasm and energy, feeling as fresh as a daisy every morning. Jeff Shen. Well done. Love it. Aria, if you dive headfirst while writing, it's possible that you are not going to seem as fresh as a daisy, so be careful. Okay. Manuel, after a nightmare about how I would face with my fate for a raise of salary, I opened my CEO's door and dived headfirst with my decision, in or out. Finally, I got it, so I'm at home feeling as fresh as a daisy. Daisy, dear Carrie, you look as fresh as a daisy today. I hope your husband's food is delicious enough to make you want to dive your head first. Hey mate, I think we should solve that little problem we're facing right now. We couldn't afford diving head first. We got to take our time and act accordingly. Tomorrow we'll feel as fresh as a daisy. Yassine, I get your point. Julia, as the sun rises, I feel as fresh as a daisy and full of beans. Embracing this energy, I dive headfirst into my bucket lists and my higher study and work out as rotation. Very nice, Julia. Very good, everybody. Well done. Right then. Ooh, I didn't plan this very well. Okay, I need to move my head. So, the next writing technique that we are going to look at is essential, especially for those of you who are planning on doing an English exam. So, we are going to look at transitional phrases and cohesion. So, most of you will find this activity quite easy, but I just want to check something here. Hang on. Yes, I thought so. So, sorry, I thought I had changed this, but I didn't. Don't look. There we go. Okay, so some of you might find this quite easy, especially if you have been preparing for an exam, but this is just a quick practice then to make sure that you know when we use these different words. And then the people who don't know, this is going to be great for you to learn. So, transitional phrases and cohesion are key words and phrases that we use in our writing to make sure that the reader can follow along with our ideas and to make sure that our ideas and therefore our writing is well organized. So within the bracket of organization, okay, which in most examining bodies is an element of writing that you will be marked on, one of the things that they take into consideration is how you use transitional phrases and cohesion. So on the right-hand side here, we have a list of words and phrases that you can use to organize your writing. And we need to put them in the correct corresponding use. Okay? So what do we use these phrases for? Do we use them to add additional comments? Do we use them to compare some things? Say how they are similar. Do we use these words for contrasting? So to say that some things are different, and then which ones that we can use for conclusion, our last paragraph. So, like we've done before, I have numbered these categories 1 to 4. So all you need to do is write down the vocabulary words next to the correct numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then we will check your answers. Okay? And in green, you can see that I've put keeping a list nearby. I do find that my students practice these types of activities quite often in the classroom, but then when I send them home with a writing piece of homework, they seem to forget that they exist. So it would be very useful for you if you don't have time now, then maybe later once you download the lesson materials, that somewhere near you in your language notebook, on your phone, or I recommend my students put like a little table on the wall next to their desk, and that you keep these phrases on hand so that when you come to writing a piece of writing in English, especially exam preparation writing, that you have those phrases next to you to remind you that they are there and that you should be using them every time you do a piece of writing, specifically formal writing. Oh, Marie, I'm sorry. I think maybe you have to change the quality of the video. Maybe your internet connection isn't great, so maybe reduce the quality a little bit so that you can see the stream. Absolutely. Almost really happened. Yep. Okay, great. So it looks like everybody has understood the task well. Let me maybe just go through some of these answers. So, Yassine, number 2, comparison, just as. Aria, furthermore, not only, but more, but also. Moreover, in addition, very good. Julia, number 3, contrasting. On the other hand, although, on the contrary. Julia, number 1, moreover, in addition, furthermore. Very good. Marina, number 2, comparison. Whereas, Whereas is almost like however. So would however go into comparison or would it go into contrasting? Yes, Daisy Lee. It is addition. Did I read it in a different paragraph? Oh, it could be just as. No, hang on. Not only, but also. Yes, that's correct. Just as is comparison, and not only, but also is addition. Not only is this da da da, but it's also blah blah blah, and also means, and. Yeah, correct. Okay, let's go through and look at the table. So here you have the correct answers, so you can go ahead and check them now. We have addition. In addition, obviously. Furthermore, not only, but also, and moreover. Then, number 2, comparison. Similarly, likewise, in the same way, just as. Number 3, contrasting, whereas, however, on the other hand. However isn't even on the list. Well, you get an extra one. There you go. On the contrary, and although. And then in conclusion, all in all, and ultimately. Okay. So, the last exercise. Good luck with this one. And I'm not going to give you that much time either because I have to go soon. It's already been nearly an hour. How is that even possible? Okay. So, writing skills and techniques, part 2, traditional phrases and cohesion, a gap fill. So here you have an essay. Okay. And the essay is just 2 random paragraphs from an essay based on the topic of globalization. So here you have 6 gaps. You need to complete those gaps with words from the previous exercise. You need to think what type of device is missing, what type of connector is missing. Are we looking for a contrasting linker, a comparison, a concluding connector, or adding information? Globalization has undoubtedly brought the world closer together. It has also raised concerns about its impact on local cultures and traditions. One of the primary reasons for this concern is Western culture norms and values through mass media and the internet. The prevalence of Hollywood films and American television shows has led to the circulation of Western ideals of beauty and lifestyle choices among young people in many parts of the world. The global marketplace has created a highly interconnected economy. Likewise, consumer preferences and habits are increasingly becoming more uniform. This has resulted in multinational corporations prioritizing profit over cultural preservation. Fast food chains such as McDonald's and Starbucks have expanded globally, offering standardized menus that vary little from one country to another. Traditional cuisines and local culinary traditions are facing formidable challenges as they struggle to compete with the convenience and familiarity of global fast foods. Oh my god, I can't say that word. Right, share your answers in the chat box. You have exactly 2 minutes. Oh, Manuel is adding his own words. So there could be more than one possible answer. Okay. So just make sure you're looking at the first sentence and then the second sentence. I mean, like the sentence before the gap and the sentence after the gap to try to determine what we're introducing here. Okay. Mm, Jeff, not necessarily. All in all would be a good one. Okay, so time's up. Let's have a look and check your answers, and then you can ask me if other words are possible. So, globalization has undoubtedly brought the world closer together. Furthermore, it has also raised concerns about its impacts on local cultures and traditions. One of the primary reasons for this concern is Western culture norms and values through mass media and the internet. Moreover, the prevalence of Hollywood films and American television shows has led to the circulation of Western ideals of beauty and lifestyle choices among young people in many parts of the world. Similarly, the global marketplace has created a highly interconnected economy. Therefore, consumer preferences and habits are becoming more uniform. In the same way, this has resulted in multinational corporations prioritizing profit over cultural preservation. Just as fast food chains such as McDonald's and Starbucks have expanded globally, offering standardized menus that vary little from one country to another. However, traditional cuisines and local culinary traditions are facing formidable challenges as they struggle to compete with the convenience and familiarity of fast food. Okay. Hello, Teacher Catalan. Good morning from Mexico. Hello there, sir. We've just finished. I'm sorry. Um, so this is again a typical IELTS essay question based on the topic of globalization. Okay, so what you could do if you wanted to do this again could be taking sample essays from the internet, taking out the linkers and the connectors, okay, the cohesive devices from the essay, and replacing them with your own words, your own versions. They are incredibly important in your writing. If you don't include them, you are not going to get high marks. This is not only for you to show off your level of grammar and vocabulary, but it's also super important when thinking about the organization of your ideas and your points. Okay. So we don't really have any time for a Q&A today because I have to run. So almost really happened. I am going to get back to you on that. If you could be here in the stream next week, that would be great. If you could also maybe leave a message either in the chat box or in the comment box and just let me know what time you would like your classes and what time zone you are in. I could possibly open up a slot for you every week, depending on the timing, because right now I'm juggling 10,000 things at once, including getting married, because we're not actually married yet, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. The wedding is on the 18th of September, which is why I'm not sure about my stream that's happening on the 26th. No, I won't be here on the 26th because I'll be on my honeymoon. So that's another story. Okay. So almost really happened. If you could let me know when you are available, and then maybe we could figure out having a class once a week then for an hour. I would absolutely love to help you with your advanced preparation. That's it. So I will see you next week. Next week I will be in England with my family to do some pre-wedding preparation and to see everybody and say hello to everybody. So next week I will be here, same time, not same place. And then, yeah, I'll see you all then. Okay? So thanks very much for joining me, everybody. Have an amazing week. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Stay safe, be happy, and I'll see you all next time. Okay? Bye.